The Sreng army aims to strike? But we just drove them back a few months ago.
The last incursion involved only a portion of their might. This may be the work of those who did not take part in the previous attack.
Fortunately, it would seem their forces are few in number. Even so, we can ill afford any interference with the Margrave's work.
It's been almost 14 years since King Lambert and I fought the Sreng armies together. They have always been a warlike people. If they've learned that Fargus is in crisis, they would jump at the chance to take advantage of it.
So then the question is, who informed them of our current difficulties?
Are you in here, Boar? We've got a problem.
What is it, Felix?
The Federation army has invaded Fraldarius territory. They're marching westward as we speak.
The Federation? But how? I thought our eastern border was sufficiently prepared.
They came by sea in giant ships and took over a port town on our eastern shore.
Since when does Leicester have a navy capable of transporting a full army?
That's what I'd like to know. But whatever the answer, they're here now.
No matter how big the ships, there are always limits to how large a seaborne invasion can be.
That's true, which means they'll want to avoid any unnecessary conflict. I would expect them to march directly west.
So they're going for the capital then. We need to stop them before they reach it. A job for the Shield of Fargus, if I've ever heard one. I'll go home and get ready to intercept them.
Your Majesty, I ask that you permit me leave to do the same. As the former Lord of Fraldarius territory, I cannot turn a blind eye to these interlopers.
Understood. I will send you some of my personal soldiers as reinforcements. Just promise me you'll both come back alive.
Hey, Nadir, you see that fortress over there? You think there's any way we could slip past it instead of trying to take it?
I wouldn't recommend it, kiddo. You know they'd just get us from behind if we tried.
Yeah, you're probably right. Come to think of it, what are you even doing here? I don't remember requesting extra muscle.
Ah, don't be like that. I gotta find a souvenir to bring back, since I borrowed all those ships.
What kind of souvenir are you hoping to find in Fargus?
In case it had escaped your notice, Nadir, the Federation army strictly forbids plundering enemy territory.
Is that so? Well, if I can't get any actual souvenirs, I'd better have some rip-roaring stories to share when I get home.
If we manage to topple Ferdia, I can guarantee it'll be the rip-roaringest story you'll ever tell. But before we get there, I guess we'll need to do something about that fortress.
I'm sure the king is well aware by now that we're advancing towards Ferdiad. And you should know that the lord of this territory, Duke Fraldarius, is also called the Shield of Fargus.
Wait a second. Didn't one of our old classmates become the Duke of Fraldarius? You know, that one guy, Sylvain, I think.
It was Felix. There's also a chance his father, the former Duke, will be here as well.
And of course, there will be plenty of soldiers inside that fort. We will need to proceed with utmost caution.
I could practically hear your teeth chattering, Lawrence. Don't worry, I'll protect you.
I am perfectly capable of protecting myself, thank you. You just focus on your job and leave me to mine.
We need to be ready for anything here. We're going all out this time, folks, so spare no effort. A head-on assault would work as well as trying to break a boulder with our skulls. We can't exhaust our troops before we hit the capital. So we're going to blast open the gates and take them by storm before they have a chance to react. First, we'll need to secure the surrounding area to create a path to the gate for our combat engineers.
Take this!
We've almost... I've got the area secure. But how are we going to blast open the gates?
Fire magic and barrels of alcohol. The force from the blast should... Well, I won't spoil the surprise.
Now we should be able to proceed to the front gate without issue.
Excellent. Engineers, do your thing. Everyone else, guard them while they work.
The Federation is plotting something, but we'll put an end to that. It's time for our ambush.
I figured they wouldn't just sit back and watch. Defend our engineers at all costs.
Here it comes! You're
Whatever their scheme is, we can't let them do it. Open the east and west gates, and clear away the enemy from the front.
The gates to the right and left have opened. All who are able, fight your way inside and run riot!
out of the way!
On to the next one.
Your efforts lift everyone's spirits. I am no exception, of course.
The enemy gets too close, they won't be able to set everything up. We need to take down the surrounding enemies now.
The enemy is preventing the engineers from working. We must do something immediately.
Out of the way! You're done!
They're almost ready!
Now there should be fewer enemies targeting the engineers.
Talk about flashy! You blew that massive gate wide open!
That blast was everything I'd hoped it'd be. But it looks like there's another gate ahead.
I won't let you take another step into Fargus.
Is that Ash? I'd like to avoid killing him if we can.
I will fulfill my duty as a knight. Prepare yourself.
Ash, Dimitri wouldn't want you to die. If you care for him, you'll surrender.
Okay. I give up.
All right, we're gonna blast through the other gate. Protect the engineers.
I'm going out there. I don't have it in me to stand by and watch.
We cannot let them destroy another gate. Take out the engineers.
More enemies? We have to stop them.
I see no reason to spare invaders who forced their way into our home. Is this it?
Here it comes! Take this! You're done!
The enemy is preventing the engineers from working. We must do something immediately.
We won't make it in time. Hurry!
Not much longer now. Defend the engineers!
We're safe now.
Splendid! We are able to invade the fortress. Now it is but a simple matter of overwhelming them with numerical superiority.
Reinforcements are on their way. Protect the Duke and Lord Rodrigue until they get...
Here. It's time to swoop in and take the stronghold. Advance! This is just the beginning.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Just how strong are you?
It is an honor to die for Vargas.
Fool! What is the point if you don't survive the battle?
Lord Felix, I leave the rest to you.
Hear me! We will all make it through this and achieve victory together!
Yes, my lord.
We've cleared out most of them. Not much left to do now.
Our comrades have fought too bravely for us to stand idly by.
I'd hoped to hold out until reinforcements arrived, but they forced my hand. Time to dive into the fray.
You shall not take one more step towards Verdia.
I must heal him quickly. can't hold out much longer. I need to escape while I still can.
All right. We just need to take out one more general, and then we win.
You sent a chill down my spine there. No wonder they call you the Shield of Fardis.
They're boxing me in. This doesn't bode well. Seize this moment! Forgive me, people of Fraldarius. I have no choice but to retreat.
Great work, everyone. Time to celebrate our... Huh?
Elite soldiers of Gautier, advance! Crush the southern weaklings!
Kingdom reinforcements are here. If they want to fight, we're going to have to engage.
Rodrigue, retreat with the Duke. I have secured an escape route for you. Leave the rest to me. Matthias, you fool! Return to us alive. Promise me. How long has it been since I've covered an escape? I've missed this rush.
Risking life and limb so your friends can escape? It's hard not to admire that famous Fargus chivalry.
What's the matter? Did you think Fargus's wall of ice would shatter so easily? If my fortunes have dried up, then I'll take as many of you as I can with me. Such is the way in Fargus. Out of the way! I'm sorry, Rodrigue. Lambert and I will be waiting for you on the other side.
And that's another victory for us. Well done, everyone.
It would appear the Kingdom forces have withdrawn. I guess that means we've won.
Woohoo! All right! That was some tough opposition, but we've gotten pretty tough ourselves.
Really? Because it still feels like you're barely trying out there, Hilda.
Do you see how much I'm sweating? I don't think I could try harder even if I wanted to.
At this rate, we really will be able to mount an attack on Ferdiat.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Don't tell me you thought Claude was lying.
No, it's just... I guess it's starting to feel real now. You know what I mean, right, Marianne?
Yes. Let's all do our best.
Claude? You don't seem all that happy about our win.
Did you see Margrave Gautier's last stand? He sacrificed himself so his allies could escape. Let me ask you something. What do you think about chivalry and the other knightly virtues?
I don't care for it myself, but it's handy if my enemies do. Makes them nice and predictable.
Huh. Fair enough. I can't say it speaks to me either. All the same. Watching someone as famed and respected as Margrave Gautier die for the sake of others, it was something to behold. I admire how knights are willing to sacrifice themselves for their friends without any hesitation. I really do. But it occurred to me that so long as we're fighting the kingdom with its long tradition of knighthood, there are going to be a lot more sacrifices. It reminds me just how important it is that we end this war as quickly as possible. And once we do, we have to create a world where deaths like these are no longer necessary.
As honorable as that sounds, I was not aware that was our objective here.
Oh, we're still doing this to safeguard Leicester's future, and to free ourselves of the Church's antiquated customs. None of that's changed. But I believe that beyond all this fighting lies a future where lives will no longer have to be sacrificed. A world where everyone will be free to live however they choose.
People being able to live as they please. That certainly does sound amazing.
It sounds like something worth risking our lives for.
If anyone can make it happen, Claude can. No. Wait, I take that back. All of us can.
Now that's a future worth believing in.
I'll believe in it too.
Well then, Your Majesty. Shall we press on?
You bet. Let's go end this war. We won't stop till we reach Ferdiad.
Listen well, Sylvain. You are to be the next Margrave Gautier. I expect you to stand in my stead against foreign threats, and to protect your king, your people, your friends, and your family. Which, of course, I failed to do. Forgive me, Sylvain. I know I was a terrible father.
So this is the part where you command me to succeed my father, right? Yes. The Srang forces are growing bolder in response to the Federation's invasion. We dare not leave so important a position as the Margrave of Gautier vacant.
I respectfully accept, of course. I've been bracing for this since the moment my father departed. Ha! Me, the head of House Gautier. What will my brother say?
I doubt he will have much to say at all at this point. But we will send word to the western outposts nonetheless.
Sylvain, you have my deepest apologies. It was only because the Margrave sought to secure our escape that he...
Don't apologize. It would make my father's sacrifice meaningless. What he did wasn't for pride, house, or the kingdom. He gave his life to protect his friends. It was what he wanted to do. My father did whatever brought him the most satisfaction. That's how he lived his whole life. I promise you, he had no regrets. In fact, when he left the castle, he was beaming in a way I'd never seen before. But if we'd only fought with a little more skill, the Margrave wouldn't have died at all. We're at war, Felix. No matter how hard you fight, there are going to be times you just can't win. House Fraldarius fought well. The battle was so brutal that even Ash had to surrender.
Sylvain.
No. All of my hatred is reserved for these invaders. This foreign threat. They take everything from us and think nothing of it.